I would say probably it would be in the connected car space.
Okay.
It's such a labyrinthine area of penetration testing. Any penetration tester, any senior penetration tester, you ask them, hey, can you do this connected car penetration test? Can you go hack this TCU? I've never done it before, but it's all the same. No, actually, it really isn't. And I'll probably get trolled for saying this, but I don't care. It really is a labyrinthine, very focused, specialized area of penetration testing. You're dealing with different things. You're dealing with different, platforms. You're dealing with different connectivity. You're dealing with the CAN bus. You're dealing with all these things that you don't come across against an Apache or IIS web server. It's just very different. The challenge that I ran in was doing a penetration test against a head unit, and that's the infotainment system of the car. And really the challenge was, okay, we're facing sort of the kind of same vulnerabilities you would face in something running Android OS, right? So different head units will run different operating systems. You have TCUs that may run NVIDIA Linux. You have some head units that may be running Android. It really just depends on the OEM. The challenge was really, okay, I know how to breach a web server and pivot around within the Active Directory network and collect tokens or whatever, and Kerberos, you're getting active domain admin, right, in the AD environment. How do you pivot around on a car?
Right. Yeah. That's a good question.
Probably the most challenging section of my book was, okay, we're following the penetration testing execution standard here.
Yep.
I've done all of the other steps. Now I'm on the post-exploitation chapter. How the hell do you write on a post-exploitation step of a car?
Yeah.
And it really is, it's understanding sort of the fact that it's when you're pivoting around in a connected car, you still have connected components. That head unit still needs to communicate with other things. It still needs to talk to other ECUs, right? Whether it's the steering column that's connected to the CAN bus, which the head unit is connected to. It's understanding that the in-vehicle network is very much like an intranet. While it may not talk TCP/IP, at least today, by the way, a lot of fleets are moving to Ethernet, but while a lot of it is CAN today, it's still networked components. They're still networked ECUs.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, let's jump right into that. To start at the beginning, what have you found some of the most common attack vectors are that hackers are hacking into connected cars, either that you've done or that you've seen, done out there? What are the scariest possible vulnerabilities that you see right now in connected cars?
Yeah. So, I would say the answer to that is connectivity, right?
Okay.
So right now, whether it's autonomous vehicles, connected cars with autopilot, they need connectivity. You have manufacturers, automobile makers who are communicating over what's called OTA, or over-the-air updates, with the connected car.
Okay.
So they need to be able to communicate with that back end, and that is typically usually always GSM. So the attack vectors, the attack surface that mobile devices, that mobile phones have over GSM apply to a car, right? So the things that you're facing with your mobile phone, such as rogue base stations, are the things that you face with the connected car.
Okay.
And really I think the scariest thing that I would say is really just knowing that you're driving down the street with you and your family in the car, and somebody that's possibly targeting that car has a rogue base station set up. Your car, the telematics control unit within your car is going to connect to a cell tower with the strongest signal. Now, if you've got a rogue BTS projecting a stronger signal than a legitimate base station, your car is going to connect to that rogue base station. And it's very cheap and very simple to set up a rogue BTS these days. So I think that would probably be the scariest for me, just knowing that if you're driving a car with you and your family in it, and a vulnerability could potentially lead to loss of life or safety concerns with you and your family, it's way different than the ramifications of a compromised web server.
Yeah.
and having your website defaced or even ransomware encrypt data that's not backed up. For me, from a connected car perspective, it's a way different playing field when you're talking about the potential for loss of life.